You know what? Let's just do it. So, we finished with this. Now, what we need to do is we need to add the slide up effect. And now, for me, the easiest way to do it is actually how guys from Flutter team did it. I believe in Flutter Gallery, and yeah, and I never remember exactly how they do it. So I used it in one app, in one design, which is which was this effect, not this, but this. And I will just go to GitHub repository. Okay, you can remove this and this and this, and lib. Okay, sorry. Lib exhibition bottom sheet. Now, how it was done is it was that we have animation controller, and then we have gesture detector, and gesture detector had handle drag update, handle drag end, which was like checking the exact the characteristics of the behavior, and then basically it told controller to run forward or backward and so on. And I believe that this is the good way to do it. Now, so to use animation controller, for sure we need to specify to add single ticker provider state mixin. We need to have animation controller. We can provide. We need to add init state method. In init state methods, we can initialize controller. Provide the ticker provider, which is this, and provide the duration, let's say 1 second. And in the dispose method, we need to dispose animation controller. All right. When I think of it now, I think we can use animation controller with provider, so it will be easier for us to manage the whole application. I believe we can do it. Now, do we need multi-provider? I don't remember how multi-provider worked. It was multi-provider, required providers. Required providers. Provider. Yeah, but what if you want to use builder method? I don't know. Okay, let's just ignore it. Let's just do another. I think we can do a listenable provider. Yes, we have it. Listenable provider that value, and the value will be animation controller. Please let it work. I hope it works. I mean, it should work, right? And let's say that this arrow will need to go up, right? So if we find the vulture circle, the arrow share button page, arrow icon, yes. Okay, if we wrap this in provider of animation controller and builder context animation child, return positioned like this, child. What's happening? The argument animation controller function build context dynamic can't be assigned to animation controller fun. What? The return time positioned isn't animation controller as defined by anonymous consumer. Bingo. Okay. Now, let's say that animation starts, well, it starts from 0 and goes to 1. So, let's make it 1 minus animation. Okay. 1 minus animation that value times everything we set up earlier. So it should go from this to 0. Now what we need to do is, for example, okay, let's say on this map button we have it. Yeah. So we can do provider dot of animation controller context dot forward. I believe it should work. I hope it should work. I mean, yeah, let's make it work. Bam! And it goes up. Oh, I've never used animation controller with provider like this, but this rocks. Okay. So we have it. Now, now let's add all those behavior, the gesture detector and like behavior handling, gesture handling. Yeah. So what we can do is we can map whole scaffold or stack. Let's start stack in gesture detector, and it works. Yes, it works. Something happened, but I believe. Okay, it still works. Good. And let's just copy what I showed you earlier, meaning this. So animation controller, animation controller, animation controller, animation controller. No. So max height. Max height is, I believe, what is max height here? Okay, it just height of the screen. So we use it to primary delta. Huh. I don't believe this is right way to do it. Okay, you know what? I believe we should. No, wait. We should swap it with parent. So we use whole screen. We wrap whole screen in gesture detector, and then we do on vertical drag update. Vertical drag update. I know. Handle drag update. Okay, and on vertical drag end. Handle drag end. Okay, let's see what happens. Besides the 72 number, well, break kinda. So technically, yeah, we are able to put the arrow up and down and up and down, and you can see I can even do it like this, and it works. Now the only thing is that this arrow doesn't go, if we like hover, take the arrow, it doesn't go exactly as the mouse. It goes slower. It goes slower. Huh. Now, what to do to make it go faster? Because we use the whole. The problem is with this max height, because we use the whole the whole height, and I believe we shouldn't do it. And I believe that the max height should be actually just this height. So it's actually total height. And no, actually it's just the 400. I believe it's just the 400 we set as the width of the text. Okay, 400 plus. Wait, no, it's 400. Okay, let's just check it. it was the 72 text. Yes, because the 72 text kinda defined. No, actually, what defined is just this. 1 to 8 is. Oh. Okay, the question is, where do we want the arrow to go up? Like, where is the end point of the end position of the arrow? It starts here and ends here. And this is the position where 72, the 72 text started. So it's just the max height is just 400 plus the difference here plus the size arrow. So the difference was arrow icon. It was 400 plus 32 minus 4 plus 28. So it's plus 22 and plus 24. 32 plus 24. Sorry, plus 32 plus 24. That's 0. All right, and then if we go to positioned, if you go to arrow icon, now this is not exactly right because 128 is the padding from the top, and I believe it should be, it should always be there. So it's something like this. So the animation only like takes this part into consideration, only this part, not the top part. And what we can also change is swap again with the child, so the gesture detector is in the area. Okay, let's work. Now if we do this, okay, something's not right. Why did it end up here? We did hot reload, we did hot reload. Top, positioned. Oh, it should end up here. Let's check in the design. So this is where the 72 texts were, and yeah, it did end up here. So it should end up here. Awesome. Okay, yeah, it works. Now we also need travel details to go upward as well. Travel details label. We use this, and we actually wrap it in the. Actually, we have consumer 2, which takes 2 parameters. Animation controller. All right, and and yeah, it just has animation here. Okie dokie. Now this will work the same. So it's 1 minus animation dot value times this. Awesome, it goes up. I believe also the text needs to go up, those texts. Yeah. They went up, I think, a bit slower. Do we want to care about it? I'm not sure if we want to care about it. We could, but I think it doesn't really matter. So we need to go to Basecamp, Basetime, okay, and the Basecamp label. Make it consumer 2. Animation controller, animation. Okay, no, and it's, okay, to have the same distance. Wait, actually, do we want the same distance or not? We kinda do, yeah. So to have the same distance, we need to okay, so what's the difference between this and that? This is 28 and this is 48, so the difference is 20 between them. So okay, and so to avoid this, we should have it like we should have extracted as fields. But since we are doing only this as a challenge, not the actual app, we don't bother with it, and we just make it like this. So now here it will be 12. Okay, this is really bad, but because those numbers actually don't mean anything. So if you do it in production app, don't do it like this. Make the fields, make it mean something. And we do it in the wrong place. Here, yeah, this is better. Plus 20 plus 1 minus animation.value times, you can make it minus 20. Still, it doesn't really work. Okay, so the 20 part is wrong. Let's try 32 and 32 and remove this. Okay, so this is 400 plus 20 plus 32 plus 16. This is 28. I mean, it has to be the same, right? Wait, what was previously? Okay, previously this is base camp label. Wait, we need to find start camp label. Okay, so this is the default one. Let's just copy it here for now. So we have this plus this plus this plus this. Wait, what? Okay, sorry, not base time, but base camp label. So we have this plus this plus this plus this. Okay, yeah, it is the same. Yes, it has to be the same. Although it feels like it doesn't. Okay, here we have the difference between them is like one mouse, a bit more than one mouse. Okay, it's definitely not the same. Why is it not the same? How is it possible that it's not the same? If here we put it, the 128 plus 400. Okay, so if we add 16 and remove 16 here, is it the same? It's closer. So they should move by the same amount and only. Okay, so if here we had it like this, so 22 minus 4, we need to have it like this. So here we do minus 4, here we do minus 4. Okay, so here we need to add 4, not subtract. And now it's the same. Yeah, now it's the same. Awesome. Hide this. Now we also need to do the same thing with the base time label. So here, I believe if we just add 40, it will work. Oh, consumer 2, animation controller, animation, yeah, okay, it goes together. Okay, let's make it 44 to be in one line. Okay, now let's see the design. Okay, so what happens there is when it goes up, the dots first they merge together, the circle goes disappears, and then the line shows up. Okay, so circle disappears. Let's make circle disappear. Map button, distance label, start voucher page, voucher circle. Okay, so we have this. Consumer 2. Wow, to be honest, I never expected the provider package to be that useful for design challenges, but it is very useful. It is much nicer than like doing it without it. Animation. And now what do you use multiply for? Oh, to set the size. So the So how fast will the circle go down? Very fast. Okay, so what we can do is we can say if animation that value equals 0, let's say double multiplier. So if it equals 0, so the animation didn't start, then still use the page offset notifier. All right, else. Now, what we want to do is to start with 1 and go to 0. So we need multiplier to be equal to, if we say 1 minus animation that value, it will go slowly to 0. Actually, we can check it to make sure it works. Yeah. And we want to make it faster, so we can make it 1 minus that max. Okay, so yeah, this, it just goes faster to 0. We just need to make sure it won't get negative. Yeah. Now it hides. Yeah, I think it works. So having that, now we can also make the dots come together again. We can check that. Yeah, dots at the start come together again. Travel dots. Actually, travel dots is not the. Okay, whatever. This is the name we have. Consumer 2, animation controller, animation, and I believe we do something very similar. Okay, let's change the name to multiplier. Now, if animation that value equals 0, double multiplier equals this, else. I believe, okay, so you know what, let's make it go faster, and let's put it here also. Okay, so the multiplier and the opacity now they differ, because the opacity should remain 1. So we can say that's double opacity. And so this is multiplier, this is like the, okay, so let's make it spacing factor and opacity. So this is spacing factor, but the opacity, here opacity equals spacing factor, here opacity equals 1. And we just need to use the opacity here. Yeah, it works. Although I believe it should be even faster. So let's make it like 6 here, 6 here. Now what we can also make is just change the order in the stack. Wait. The thing is, I want the white dot to be up front, and it is up front. So why is it, wait, color white? Okay, no, it's not up front. This is the white dot, and I want to make it here. So yeah. All right. What's next? It goes up. The vulture image is getting like fade out, and it's also smaller. Okay, and it will be the problem. Actually, the vulture image won't be the problem. The other image will be a problem. Okay, let's just start with the vulture image. Vulture page, vulture circle, doesn't matter. Vulture image is here. Vulture image, all right. Yeah, well, animation controller, consumer 2 animation. And now what we need to do, yeah, that's fine. What we need to do is, okay, so we set the height here, but I believe the easiest solution will be just to wrap it in opacity, where opacity, so opacity starts with 1 and goes down, so it's 1 minus, let's say, 1.3 times animation.value. So it gets a bit, okay, position opacity, position must be the first chart. Wait. So now it goes a bit darker. Okay, let's make it much more darker. All right. Yeah, I think it works. And let's make it smaller. And we can make it smaller by using a transform.translate. Sorry, transform.scale. And the scale, it will be 1 minus 1.3 times animation.value. Maybe 1.2. Yeah, so it gets a bit, so it gets smaller. So this is easy because it has to get smaller in the same place. The problem is with the second image, the low part image. Because the low part image, if we wrap it, wait a second, low part page, low part image, to animation controller, animation, and if we wrap it in the opacity, it will be easy. Opacity 1 minus animation.value, I think it was 0.6. Okay, and now transform that scale. Okay, let's just try, maybe it will work. Scale is 1 minus 0.2 times animation.value. See, it moved to the left because it did. I hope that if we put alignment, because okay, so I should explain it. The transform, by default, the alignment is to the center. So because the image is big, it shrunk down to the center. So like the right part, which was what we cared about, it moved to the left, to the center. So if we change it to center right, now it moves too much to the right. So let's make it alignment. Alignment. X will be 0.80. So we see the low part and we shouldn't see it. So maybe if we change the scale to be smaller, and here 0.7, 0.5. Okay, you can see the ear, but it's maybe we can somehow live with it. Now we need to change the Flutter image to get smaller as well. Okay, now to just make it right, it needs to be a little more to the left, to the right. Okay, I believe now it works fine. Well, we can see the ear, but whatever, we can see the ear. Maybe a bit more to the right. Okay, I believe it works. So what we did here is we scaled down the image, but not the point of reference was not the center. It was the the right part. So basically, in alignment, -1 means the maximum left part. The 1 means maximum right part. So 0.6 was basically between the center. 0 means center, between the center and the right. So yeah, and that's how we have this that's how we have this. Yeah, I think it works pretty fine, doesn't it? Yeah. So now let's compare it. Here it goes, or maybe it doesn't go that much smaller. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, now we need to add this line. And this line, the tricky part about this line is that, well, there are a lot of tricky parts, but the main problem is that it doesn't go, it doesn't start right away when the animation starts, because first we need to make the dots come together, and then we can just start a line animation. So now the, Okay, you know what? Let's just make a new widget. And it will replace the dots that we previously set. Yeah, I'll just show you and you will understand what I mean. What we need to do is first we need to change the name of travel dots to at least horizontal travel dots. I don't know, horizontal travel dots. Okay, now let's create a widget. Let's say vertical travel dots. Now it will be for sure provider of animation controller, and it will have builder. That's interesting. That will be fun. Builder, context, animation, child. Now what we can do is we can create a stack. Yeah, we can create a stack. Children. Now here first, let's create a container, which will be just the line. And this line will have width 2, height double dot infinity, and color white. Now why does it, okay, not provider, but consumer, yeah. Okay, and what we do is we just have this stack positioned. Actually, no, we don't need positioned. We need it to be centered. And we need it, actually, no. Let's make alignment. And align, no, sorry. Container. Okay, alignment, that center. And let's say its height is 8 plus animation that value times, let's say just 200 for now. Now what will happen if we add it to the stack? Yeah, it will go down. I mean, it will shrink. So how to make, okay, what we can, no, we cannot do it like this. So now the thing is, how do we make it expand, like, to the maximum part? Okay, what we can do is, we know that the base camp label, yeah, this has the maximum height, the maximum or minimum, the top edge is this. This is like the top edge of, wait, what? I didn't expect it. If you have the, why does arrow, okay, because arrow is slower. Okay, never mind. So we know the max top margin, sorry, it's at the level of the base camp. So what we can do is have the, instead of using height, we can say here center, and we can say positioned bottom what is the bottom? The bottom is 128 plus 400 plus 32. So this is like the 128 plus 400 plus 22. Oh, actually, no, wait, the bottom is just the start camp position, right? Right. So if we go to start, or actually just the vertical dots, the horizontal dots, we have, so this is top, and we don't specify it from bottom, but now I would like to specify it from bottom. So this is top, and now, wait, double top is this, and the bottom is media query, remove padding, wait, of context. I don't remember how to do it without the safe area. Media query of context, that size is not good. Or maybe it is good. That size minus top. So yeah, and let's say minus 8. Why it doesn't work? Size that 8. So we specify bottom and top, and actually we want bottom, so this is like start stop. We want bottom to remain as it is. So let's have it bottom. Now center, height, double infinity, comma. For now, let's make it top equals start top. Okay, we don't have it anywhere. Oh, it's here. No, it's not this. Okay, let's now, if we make top minus 20, nothing changes. Print top, print bottom. Top is okay, and print media query of context size height. So if we add those two together, we have something. But why can't we see it? If we minus 100, let's make it 20. Okay, we have it on the left. All right. So now, no. Center didn't really work out. Why it didn't work out? That's weird. It should. Bottom, right, center, stack, alignment, that's center. I expected it to work, but it didn't. The main stack, what is it? Center left. Okay, so, okay. Does it need to be center left? If everything is positioned. Yeah. Okay. So now let's make it again 2. Now let's make it, okay, so the bottom is too big. Let's make bottom minus 100. Okay, so bottom is too big. Why is it too big? So I want the bottom to be exactly here. And it's not exactly here. I have no idea. Honestly, I don't know. So okay, let's just try media query of context, padding, bottom. Okay, I believe this is equal to 0 now, because we are inside safe area. Yeah, okay. So media query padding is alright. Now, why the bottom is too big? Okay, let's make it, let's remove this. Let's make the bottom 0, where it will be. Okay, it is here. All right. Oh wait, actually, the problem is that the start top is, where is the start top? Okay, it is in the right place. So the bottom, if it's the height minus this minus 8, it should work. Why doesn't it work? If it's 0, it works. Yeah. So let's think about it. Height minus start top center stack. Why is this bottom 800? Okay, let's make it minus 100, and let's use bottom minus 80. Honestly, I have no idea. I have no freaking idea. Why doesn't it work like I think it should work? Why do I need to subtract 80? Such a strange number, 80. So I should actually do like 88. Yeah, I believe that. Honestly, I have no idea. I don't know. But I do know that it is a bit off. Okay, so it's +4 and this should be 86. I don't know. I won't lie to you. I have no idea why it behaves like this. But never mind. This is the bottom. This is the top. And now the top will be you wanna have it on the base camp level, so we need to find the base. What is the base camp? Like the top value, and it's this. So we want it the top to be this plus, wait, we want it to get smaller, so +1 minus animation, okay, that value times what's left. Okay, actually we can just copy this. Because it's the same. Yes, not this. It's the same. It should be at least. What's happening? Okay. The only difference is that at start it should be a bit smaller, and so that also means that at the end it should be a bit bigger. Wait, what? This is we need to make it bigger, and then by the end, oh wait, like this. Yeah. Now the only thing is, oh, I forgot about it. So the only thing is that this starts right away with the base camp, and it should start a bit after that. Okay. How do we do this? So it's not just a like linear function. It needs to go a bit flat and then go linear. Okay, it will require some math to do, so we can double say and top equals this. So we just want to extract as much as possible, so it will be easier to do. Okay, and now if animation, that value is smaller than 1/6, because this is the factor we used in the horizontal. This is the 6. So if it's smaller than 1/6, 1/6, double top equals 0. So at start, top won't change. Later on, top equals what does it equal? We cannot just use this because then we'll have like a jump. So we need to start. So 1/6 value equal to 1/6 must produce 0. I mean, this part must produce 0. So if we do it like 6, wait, if we make it 5, okay, I'm just guessing now. I will think of it in a minute. So at start, it is very low. No, we cannot. No. Oh god. Wait. So we want just. Okay. Okay, so what we need to do is, for sure, we need to lower it. And we need to lower it by 1/6. Yeah, so animation value minus 1.6. Okay, minus 1/6. This will mean that instead of going like this, it will go a bit lower, so it will cross the point at the 1/6. This will be equal to 0. So this is something. Now what we need to make sure is that at 1 it will equal 1. So and for now it will equal 5/6. So we need to multiply it by this, or to be more specific, by this. Yeah, now it at 1/6 this will become 1/6, so this will be equal to 0, and at 1 this will be equal 5/6, and times this it will equal 1. So this is exactly what we want. Now we wanna make it 1 minus this, just as here. So basically this is in place of this. We also need to add this, and we need to say, wait, what? Not 0, but end top. Okay, I think it will work. Bam! It doesn't. It doesn't just because just at the start, right? No, wait. So if the animation is lower than 1/6, why is it so big then? It should be start stop. Oh, okay. Wait, so what's the end stop then? So what's the end stop then? Okay, it should be here. All right, yeah, so that's it. And yeah, we have this line. Now, what is more? Actually, so this part doesn't really matter, because if animation value is smaller than this, then we just shouldn't display the line at all. Return container. Yeah. Please tell me I'm not wrong. Wait, what? Double. Yeah, awesome, great. So we have the line, and now if we have the line, we can just add the dots. We have, I believe. Wait, why is it so big? We can hide this, show this. Actually, yeah. So we have four dots, and what we can do is we can use aligned to make it so they appear in the right level. Let me show you. It's very easy. So we can just have align. Alignment first, it will be alignment 0, because horizontally it won't change, and then it's -1, so the top part. Child is the white circle. Is this. Okay, we don't need this. So now we should have white circle go up. Yeah. Awesome. It works. It works. Then we can just make this 0.33. Sorry, minus 0.33. And this will be the circle, the same size circle, but with the dark dot in the middle. So what we will do, we will add border dot all, color white, is it width 3, and then this is main black. Okay, let's make it width 2. All right. Yeah, we have. Should the border be a bit? No, it's good. It's good. Okay, and now we copy this and make it plus 033, and at the end we have like a very like mostly black circle. So we just have width 1. And alignment is 0, 1. I'm not sure if we can put it like this. It would be better. Okay. All right. Look, it works. Wow. It's so cool that it works. Let's compare it. Oh, actually, okay. So actually, what happened here is the dots don't really scale. They just like stay in the place when it's reached. You can see that the dots, in my example, the dots like scale, and in the design they go all the way and just stop at a specific place. I didn't expect it. How can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? I'm sure we can. We just need to figure out how. Okay, you know what? I think it will be much easier if we not use alignment and use positioned instead. Too bad, because I really liked the idea, but I think it just won't work. I mean, it will work for the first and the last one, but it will not work for the centered. Yeah, and if we make it positioned, we can say what we can say. Now we have this, and we have the full size. I mean, we have the like position of the dot from the top, and we have the full, like the maximum length. So basically what I mean is we can do top. Now, if the actual top is smaller, is greater than the start top times 3, then you stop, else use start top times 3. Okay, it didn't. Oh, actually I meant it for the second one, but whatever, it doesn't work. Because we cannot make it. Okay, so the edge double 1/3 is not actually start top times 3, because start top is all this, and we need 1/3 is actually end top. Wait, it's start top minus end top divided by 3. One-third, one-third. It's still not good. But how does it behave? Okay, it goes way too fast. If the top, okay, so how big is 1/3? And how big is top? Oh, okay, I can see the problem. So, the top is 5, it's like 590. Okay, so if it's small, okay, and on the top it is 184. So 1/3 is this difference, but we need to add, but the top, if the top is greater, I think we should also add end top. All right. All right. No, it's not good at all. Okay, let's just no, actually no, let's leave it. Let's just make it bigger so we can distinguish the dots. So the thing is that the dot is starting to show at the right moment, but in the right spot, but in the wrong spot. 1/3 plus end top. Wait a second. It's okay. So top starts big and gets smaller. As long as it's big, it's bigger than some edge. Basically, it's bigger than this plus this. Let's use top. But then, if it gets smaller than this, it should stay there. Why doesn't it work? One-third plus end top. This is end top. This is 1/3. Wait. So now it's true. So the top is big enough. It's big enough, it's big enough, it's now it's not big enough. So we have the dots coming here. So now since it's false, it returns 1/3 plus end top. The question is, oh, I see. Because we use positioned inside the positioned. So it scales. What we should do here is make top so the okay, so if it didn't reach the edge, it should be 0, and if it did, it should be top minus 1/3 minus end top. Maybe. Wait, what? Okay. Okay, and let's hide the second dot. Please. Oh, no, it's not there. But this is something like this. So, top is this. Yes, if the top. Actually, you can see the dot here. And it now disappears. Because it should be difference between the top and the edge, but the positive. Wait, what? Should be like this. Wait, it should get, the top gets smaller and the position should get bigger. So minus top, please. Yes, we made it. We made it. We did it. Guys, we did it. Oh god, it was so hard. Okay, so now we need to copy this. And the edge should be just 2/3. Please, I don't want to think about it much more. Please, just work. Yes, it works. And now the only thing we need to change is to make the white dot up front. We did it. We did it. It works. Oh god, it was so hard. It was so hard. Okay, what's next? We need to add the labels. This and this. So, now the thing is that it would be easier to add them from the bottom. No, it doesn't matter. Okay. So, and how does it look in animation? It goes like this. The dots go up, and by the end of the animation, the labels and images show. Oh, actually, I just noticed that the images are white, and I've got the black assets, I believe. Yeah. It's not good. It definitely is not good. I've struggled very hard to change the color in GIMP because I'm not really good at it, but I've managed to do it. So we have the white pictures. Now we can continue with the implementation. So we have the arrow, we have the line, and now we need to add the images of leopards and vultures. For sure, we can say that we can specify them as like widgets. Like this can be one widget, yes, because then it will be used here. So yeah, let's create those widgets, and then we'll just pop them in the right place. So what I think will be good here is if we create yeah, let's have small animal icon label. It will have string. Okay, let's just say it will have bull is vulture, since we have only two options. And it will be the column with the image that asset is vulture assets vultures.png, otherwise assets leopards.png. All right, we have size box height 16, and we have text is vulture with vultures leopards. Now it will have text style. I think font size can be maybe 16. We will see. Okay, so we have this. Now let's create vulture icon label. Icon label. Okay. So we will put it in the main stack. So we will have consumer of animation controller. Child will be small, is vulture will be true. All right, and builder context animation child. Okay, a context animation child and what? And return positioned. Now, for sure child will be child, but where is the position of it? So I believe we can say, okay, we need to specify the size of this. But I believe, because the problem is that this is specified from the top and this should be specified from the bottom. So we can have it like, yeah, but what we can do is we can specify it from the top and then just subtract the actual value. So what is the top here? It is the end top we specified earlier plus 2/3. So we had, where is it? We had this. So let's just say that top is end top plus 2/3. I believe so. Now, and let's say, right, it is, let's say 50 for now. We can also specify here size. Let's say width is 36 and height is also 36. All right, let's add the vulture icon label and see what happens. Bam, we have it. It doesn't move at all, but we have it. All right, so it doesn't move at all. Now let's change it. We have consumer, we have animation controller, okay, that's all fine. We want it to show at the end, right? We want it to slide from right and show at the end, okay. So actually the top part should be, is good, but not, okay, but not 2/3, only 1/3. Now, minus the size of the icon, which is 36, minus 16, minus text, let's say, actually half of text, so let's say 8. Good. Although, the vulture should be up or down, I don't remember. Down, okay. So never mind, it's 2/3. All right. We also need to add the line here. And the line. Okay, sorry. Let's just add vulture label, vulture line. Okay. Should we do it like this? No, actually, I think the better thing would be to do final bool show line required. Now wrap in row and children. Oh wait, child. Wait. Convert to children. Okay, so we have this. Did it break? No, it did not break. Now, if show line and is vulture, we just add container with 24, height 1, color, colors. That's just white. And we actually want to add, it doesn't matter. We can just say sized box with 24. And we also, for sure, we want to have cross-axis alignment and. Wow. I didn't expect it. Boolean expression, okay, yeah. I should expect it. Show line, true. All right. Now we just need to make this line a bit higher. So margin, edge insets only, bottom 4, 8. Bingo. So we have the one line, maybe 2. Okay, should be smaller and not, okay, so let's have it 1 and let's make it 16 only. Yeah. And let's add it here also. What it will be is, and is not a vulture. What is not a vulture? So basically, if it is a vulture, then the line is on the left, and if it's not a vulture, then the line is on the right. But this will require from us to change this to 26. All right. All right. We can remove this. We can remove this. And oh, we need to animate it. So right minus, wait, if the animation, okay, so plus okay, let's assume the animation is only on the one, I mean the appearance should take only 1/3 of the whole animation. So we need to make 3. Wait, how did we do it? Wow, I forgot. Sorry, this icon thing that like threw me off. Animation value. Yeah, we needed to go. It will be 0 at start. It will not be 0 at start at all. Oh god. Okay, animation value. It needs to go from 2/3 to 1. Yeah, and okay, you know what? Let's make it all the way. Let's first set opacity, and opacity. If animation that value is smaller than 2/3, then opacity equals 0. Else, opacity equals animation that value times divided by 3. So if it will be 2/3, wait, if it will be 2/3, it needs to be 0. So to make it 0, we need to subtract 2/3, right? So it will be 0, and then we just need to multiply it by 3, 1/2. Okay. Now, this means here we just need to do, let's say, opacity times 16, and here it will be 10. And we also will wrap this in opacity, specify opacity, add a comma, and it will work. It will not work. Okay, it will not work. 1/3 times 3. Bam. Okay, I think it's much better. Although it should be smaller. It should definitely be smaller. So here, let's make it 28 and 28. And this is good. And font size, let's make it 14. And now we need to change this. I said 28, wait. I said 28 and I said 14, which means here it will be 7. All right. Okay, I think it works. Now let's just make sure that it's good. Yeah, it works. Okay, and to okay, so yeah, that's the vouchers. Now let's make low part. So the difference. First of all, there's false. Second, instead of right, we do left. Now, since we do left, no, this is still the same. We can make it to appear a bit later. So we can make it 3/3 times 4. So it's 3/3 and 20, yeah. And we also can add it in the stub. And also what we can do is we can small icon label lower part, top is only 1/3. Okay, I think it works. Yeah, I think it works. Perfect. So that's the expansion animation, right? Yes, it is. This is the expansion. Oh, actually, did this icon also change? No, it changes only now. Okay. So this is the expansion animation. For me, it was hard. It will be shorter in the video, but changing the color of the icons was really hard for me. And now we can move to going to the map replacement. Yeah, let's start doing it. Let's start doing it. All right. So on click, first of all, a lot of elements should disappear. Or actually, instead of making them disappear, I just need to put a map above them, and then we won't need to bother if we just put a map and slowly animate it forward. So for sure we will need another animation, and this causes a little problem because we cannot specify another provider with animation controller. We need to have another, we need to provide another notifier, I believe. Yeah, so we will do class map animation notifier with change provider, with change notifier, and it will have, actually it will just have final animation controller. All right, double get value, animation controller.value. We will add it in constructor, and we will say that animation controller add listener, and whenever something happens, just say notify listeners. Right, and I think that's it. So we just create a wrapper around animation controller, so we can provide it with the provider, right? And if the animation controller changes, yeah, then we just add this. Yeah, that's it. I mean, we could add some handling. Wait, do we have something like dispose in change notifier? We should have, right? Yeah, dispose. So here, dispose. Why it doesn't? It's void. It's override. It's super.dispose, and it says, okay, void on animation controller changed. Notify listeners. Here we do this. And here we do animation controller that remove listener on animation controller changed. Yeah. And we also probably should do it here. Whatever. Just don't go out of this view and it will be fine. Okay, so we have map animation notifier. Now let's wrap it with another provider. Change notify provider. Oh, because we will need animation controller for sure to do this animation. Yeah, I didn't talk about it. So we will need map animation controller. All right, and it will be builder map animation notifier of map animation controller. Yeah, so this is basically just a wrapper. We need to initialize it. Map animation controller. All right, and dispose it. All right, and actually what we can do is, besides exposing the value, we can expose void forward. Animation controller dot forward. Yeah, okay. So we have this. And what we can do? We can show the map. I think it will be the best thing to do right now. So, oh god. So to show the map, we should put it in the stack. And the problem is that oh, dang. And the problem is that the stack is in safe area. So basically, if we put container with double dot infinity, height double dot infinity, colors that red, it will not work. Did I mess? Okay, let's just add single ticker provider mixin. No single ticker provider mixin. We have to use ticker provider mixin since we are using two animation controllers. Oh yeah, so this is the red thing, and the thing is that it doesn't cover the whole page because we use it in the safe area. And if you look at design, it does cover the whole page. That's bummer. And why is it the problem? It is the problem because if we put the safe area, wait, what? Oh. That is a big problem. Honestly, how do we solve it? So we have everything in safe area. Now we want to put image below it. So we can put image below it and basically just, yeah, we can put image below it and just not care. And yeah, just make all the widgets disappear. And I think this is the case, but no, I think this is the case. Yeah, so if we just make this, like, have a stack over the safe area, convert child to children, and then put the container here, yeah, it will take the whole place. So actually, oh, we wanted to put it here. Yeah, so here will be the map. Okay, so let's add the map. Map image. It will use from image dot assets map.png. Okay. Fit box fit cover. Okay, if we just do it like this, what happens? Map image. Why it doesn't cover the whole thing? That's another bummer. Why is it like this? It shouldn't be like this. It's in scaffold. Wait a second. Does scaffold provide? Let's hot restart, because it's, wow, it's so strange. So it basically, like, no, it shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be like this. Why are you not working with me? It just doesn't make sense. Wait, if we main page, all right. If instead of this we do the container with height double infinity, with width double infinity, and colors that red, it covers whole thing. Yeah, as it should. So now why the image doesn't cover whole thing? Okay, I have no idea, but it works. Okay, so this is the image. Now, the thing with the image is that it rotates. So let's wrap it with consumer of a map animation notifier. By the way, we'll check if it works. Builder context notifier child return transform that translate. No, that rotate. Angle will be math that pi. Okay, for now it will be math.pi times notifier that value, just to check if it works. Child will be child. All right, and we need to add our map button. We need, why is it not visible? Oh, because it's on this page. And we need to say, wait, how do we actually show the map? Okay, so we do it like this. So this is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. We should do it map animation map. Come on, help me. How is it called? Map animation notifier. All right. Okay, so now we need to fix it. Map image. So it needs to end with 0. So it will be for sure 1 minus value. And instead of whole pi, it will be 0.25, let's say. Let's hot restart. So it should, well. Okay, so for sure it should be on the other, from the other side. Okay, so it, actually I don't know if it rotates at all. Maybe it just, no, it rotates, but very, very little. And actually it was from the right side, so let's make it 0.05. Yeah, okay. What's more, actually instead of transform rotate, we can make it transform, and here we can make transform matrix for that identity at that rotate. Rotate, is it Z? Yeah, I think it's Z. And we want to do it like this. So we can also scale it. And we want to scale it so it goes from big to small. I believe like from, so it's like 1 plus 0.2 times animation that value. Now I hope if I notify that value. Now the thing is, if I say only X, I think I should also pass the same thing to Y. And replace it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, let's check it. So what is the default alignment? Okay, now it's better. And now, yeah, I think that's it. The only thing is okay, that's not it. We just need to do 1 minus this. Okay, double scale equals this. Because we want scale to go from big to down, not the opposite. Okay, let's restart. We can do this, we can do this, and then we can do this. All right. I can make the scale a bit bigger. Yeah, I think it works perfect. Awesome. Okay, what we can also do is add opacity, right? Opacity, it will be just notifier that value. All right. And what we can also do is here, we can say if, okay, we can say final notifier equals this, notifier value equals 0, notifier forward, else notifier reverse, not reverse. Oh, we don't have, okay, I think we can do it like this. Okay. Now we can press it. So we have this, and then the map shows up. Great. Now we need to hide all the other things, right? So what we need to hide is, okay, all the things just like disappear. So we can actually provide just one widget, like map hider, which will have final widget child, all right, in the constructor. And what it will do, it will have consumer of map animation notifier, child, and builder context, notifier, and child, and it will return opacity, and what we want to do is we want to make it, okay, let's just have 1 minus notifier that value, child, bam. And now we need to wrap some widgets with it. For sure, this, and this, those three. So distance label, we can wrap the child here. And let's check if it works. Okay. All right, distance label. What's next? Base time label. I believe it hides as well. Yeah. Base camp label, hide it. Okay, we won't hide the on map button because we need it to reverse. Yeah, sure. Oh, actually, virtual page. Yeah, hide it. Share button stays. Page indicator needs to be hidden. Arrow icon needs to be hidden. up bar. Up bar changes, but we'll ignore it for now. Vulture image. I believe we can hide it and then, okay, no, for now we won't hide it. So map image, okay, let's see what's left. Travel details. Travel details label. Let's hide it. Okay, and we'll leave them on map for now because we just need it. All right, so let's do the last part, which is this fancy animation. To do it, how I see it is like we can replace the icons in there, because I can see that the dots are rather on the same level. Okay, they're not on the same level. Well, let's assume they are. Actually, we don't have to assume they are. Okay, so we need to decide what's their final position, and we just need to move them, right? So, we have this, right? And now, dots is the vertical travel dots. Perfect. Now, instead of animation controller, actually, I'm not sure if maybe it will be better to replace it. Yeah, it will be much better to replace it with the new widget and like basically don't care about the animation controller and everything like provided with it. So instead of vertical travel dots, we will create curved road. All right, and it will use map animation notifier. It needs to start exactly when the previous animation stopped. So the top is actually end top, and the bottom is this. Yeah. So we don't need to calculate the top and the actually 1/3 is something we'll need, but not this top. All right. Now. We have the line. For now, let's remove the line. Okay. Let's remove the line. Now this. Let's say for start it will be 1/3. It should work, right? 1/3. Okay, just say 1/3, and then just say that the right is, I don't know, 50. Let's say 50. And let's see what happens. Actually, wait, we need this left 0, right 0. Yeah. And let's remove this for now. Dots can stay. Okay, and here, if animation.value is equal 0, return container. Yeah, this is good. And here we also want to check animation controller. Okay, so we'll do consumer 2, animation controller map animation notifier. If notifier value is greater than 0, then also return controller. Okay, curved root. Let's add it to the stack. Okay, and we have the dot here. Curved root. All right. Now, instead of 50, let's make it 100. Okay, so now we can say that this is animation.value times 100. So what will happen is not what I expected. Oh god, so it needs to start on the center, so it needs to be yeah, it needs to get smaller. yeah, so what we need to do is the media query context size width. Actually, let's make double width because we probably will use it more. All right, where were we? Here, width. Divided by 2 minus half of the size, so minus 4. This is center. Now minus 100, yeah. So it will start here and then it will go right. Awesome. So instead of 100, let's make, oh, actually, okay, so regarding the width, we could, no, let's just make it, okay, we could like make sure that on every screen it will look fine, but I believe that at this moment it's not something we should really take care of, and we should just do it, and maybe later we will think of optimizations. So it needs to stay, it needs to end up on the road, and the other like on the edge. All right, so this is on the road. Oh, we need to hide the images. So it's vulture image. Actually, you can just wrap it here. Oh, and it would be much simpler than what I did previously. Oh god. Map hider. Map hider. Bam. Whoa, 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 whoa. What happened? What just happened? Correct parental, wait, what? What restart? What happened? I cannot use my hider right here? Oh, okay, I see. All right. So those widgets have positioned here. We cannot just use map hider there because we need position to be the top level. So map hider. All right. And leopard page, leopard image, child, wrap with new image, map hider. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, I see that it's slow, but whatever. Hopefully on the in the release mode it will be quick. Hopefully. All right. So main page. We have one dot. Now we need to do the second dot. Curved root. This is right. So we will just copy this. All right. Top 2 times 1/3, and this will be like 20, 30, 40, 45, and this can be 55. Okay. All right. Now, actually, let's make it 60, and here let's make it 50. No, 50. Yeah. All right. Now, regarding the vulture and leopard's images, what we should do is at the start we want to kind of hide them and then show them in different places. Yeah. Okay. So how do we do it? We have vulture circle. We need vulture icon label. So we use consumer 2. Okay, so let's make it the easy way. The easy way is to create consumer 2 of map animation notifier. Wait a second. Map animation notifier. No. Map animation notifier. Okay. Notifier. And what we can do is we can say that if we set the opacity, and then basically we just say that's what? Okay, else. Okay, else if notifier that value is equal 0, then do this. Else if notifier that value is smaller than half, then let's say opacity equals, so it needs to disappear quickly. So maybe even like this. We need to start from 1 and we need to get to the 0 fast. So we can make it 1 minus animation that value. So it starts at 1. Wait, 3. Okay, it will work because if it gets bigger, then we just say opacity equals 0. Okay, let's check it out. If notify, okay, we should notify here, yeah. It's interesting that, all right, because we use its opacity as the right margin, but it doesn't really matter. It still works fine. So now we just need to apply it in the lower part. Okay, we'll just copy it here for now. Map animation notifier, and now else if. Okay, we will copy this here. Consumer 2. Yeah. And yeah. Okay. So we have this. Now we need to do the line, and then we're finished. So how to do the line? I need to Google it. Flutter curved line. Drawing curved dashed lines. Clipping widgets with basic. Okay, let's try this one. So we can path to cubic 2. Okay, yeah, this works. Yeah, okay. So we need to create our own curve painter. Oh, okay. Yeah. We need to create our own curve painter. Now what will happen here is we can like paint something. Okay, let's just copy what we have here. And to use curve painter, we need to do custom paint, yeah. So we will wrap, I believe we can wrap the whole, oh, we can wrap curved road. In curved road, map animation, positioned, center stack, custom painter, curve painter. Please work. Okay, yeah, so we have it. Thank you. Thank you, Meysam Mahfouzi, sorry. Yeah, so we have this. Now we just need to create a nice line. First of all, what I want to check is, okay, color white. This can be 2. All right. Start point. X will be size that with 2. Y will be 0. Awesome. Endpoint. Now let's see what the root actually. This will be better. Let's see how the root looks like. Okay, so this is one curve, this is another curve, and here we have. Okay, so this have 2 curves here and 2 curves here. Now just to make sure, let's check in the design. Yeah, it's the same. All right, so let's try to do the first curve. All right, so the endpoint will be size height times 3, right? And here it will be size width times 2. So we have, so now it should end here. All right, and now we just need to move it just like we moved it previously. I believe it was plus 60, right? Okay, plus 55. What? Plus 55? Okay, yeah, so we end up in this point. Now we just need to specify control points, just as Mason showed us and explained the cubic methods. If you want to check out how it works, if you Google, I don't know how you pronounce it, Bezier. I pronounce it Bezier curves. It is very simple. So we'll just need to provide those points to have nice, nice curve. Just like the, sorry, just like this. Okay, so those points probably will be, I don't know, maybe I will fast forward it if it will take too long. We'll see. Okay, let's just try. X, it will be plus 40. All right. Height. 40. Okay. Okay, so we have the first one. Okay, we don't have the first one, but we are getting very close. Yeah, if we just make this 20. Yeah. Okay, so we have the first curve. Although the endpoint needs to be a bit centered. So here we need to add, here we need to minus subtract 4. No, subtract 2. And add 2. And here we need to add 2. Yeah, and it works. Okay. So now let's try with the second line. Actually, okay. So now the endpoint will be this. Let's just check if it works. Yeah, it kind of works. So, height is right. This needs to be 45, 50. All right. And And now we just need to specify the curve. Okay, we can basically just make it with one bezier curve. So okay, I believe it's totally fine, although it doesn't start in the right place. So this, why it's not right? It should get +4. Yeah, and here also +2. Could be. All right. Wait, we need code. We don't need this. Okay, and the last one, I think we need. Oh, I've just noticed that the start and base are also changing. Ah! No, that's a pity. I didn't notice it. Is it in the animation? Okay, I totally didn't notice that they also move. Okay, let's assume that the top one moves by some small. Yeah, okay, we can make it. So back to the code. We need to go back to curve root, and we need to make sure that this boy has margin. This is the lower, so it needs to have edge insets only. Right, 100 times animation that value. It didn't change. Wait a second, wait. Okay, it's animation. It doesn't move. Why doesn't it move? It's curved, and it doesn't really move. Why the dot is not moving? Is it because of alignment? No, it should move anyway. What? Okay, let's hot restart. Huh. It disconnected. Alright, let's get it. Let's start again. Okay, it did move. Although I don't have any idea what's that. I mean, I know that it's the vertical travel, but shouldn't we hide it? Oh, it's not the vertical travel, it's the page no, not page indicator. Arrow icon, up bar vector image, map image. It's the icon thing. Horizontal travel dots. Yes, this. If Wait, what? If the animation is equal to 0, okay, so we just need to hide it at some point. Yes. And you can just say if animation that value is greater than equals 1, return container. Work. Okay, now hot reload stopped working. Okay. Okay, so it disappeared, it moved here. Also the top dot needs to move a bit. Let's just check. Yeah, it was similar. Okay, main page. Horizontal travel dots, it's hidden. Curve painter in here. Alignment, right. Only left. Let's say 40. Hot reload. Okay, yeah. So now going back to custom painter. Here, start point, we need to add 20. All right. And now this point. Okay, so draw. Okay, so we need to do two curves. So one will be this one. Yeah, I think that it will be enough. I mean, it's just about like showing how to do it, not exactly, like it doesn't need to be exactly the same, right? So what we need to do is start point, end point. End point will be height, it will be 5/6. All right, so it ends up here. Now endpoint left, it will be, let's say it will be the middle. All right. Now we can say that the control point 2 will be the middle plus 20. Now height. Okay, we can have the same height. Maybe minus 20. Perfect. Okay, maybe minus 10. And this will be, let's say, like this. Okay, that's too high. Well, it's definitely too high, yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe we just put it a bit this way and it will be fine. So width minus 20, height minus 10, restart, okay, and just endpoint needs to be fixed. This one, it's too high. Okay, and I believe, all right, it can work. Although, maybe even like this. Like this. Perfect. And the last one. Ah, we're so close to finish it. Oh, we also have to animate it, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, so the last one, control point with endpoint. Endpoint needs to be size with 2 minus 50, and the height is just the size that height minus 4. And we need to draw it. All right. Now the points. Let's just move it minus 60 and let's just make it size that height minus 50. Whoa. All right. What was the actual shape? Okay, it's just all right. So we need to put. Wait a second. Okay, we need to put it more to the left. Okay, well, I guess it works. Okay, no, it should be bigger. So let's make it like this, and let's make it like this, or maybe like this. All right, and we can just put it. No, I meant the other ways. Okay, well, for me it works. For me it's perfect. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but like it doesn't need to be exactly the same, right? Yeah, so now the only thing is how to make it animate, right? Because right now the dots animate, but this doesn't. So the thing is that what we actually need to do is just provide. We just need to provide double animation value. Okay. All right, let's just test it for now. Animation. Wait, what? Oh, animation dot value. Okay. And so now, So the thing is, we only need to animate the x value. So what we could do is we can just interpolate every x value. Seems fine to me. To do it, okay, yeah, let's try. Double interpolate double x, and it will be return okay, double x and size. So it will be size that width divided by 2 plus x minus size that width divided by 2 times animation value. If we put it, okay, this is the wrong, no, it is good. Size and this, and we hot reload. It doesn't change. All delegate that, wait, all delegate, not custom painter, but curve painter. All delegate that animation value is different than animation value. So basically repaint it if the value changes. Please work. It doesn't. It does not work. Why it does not work? Print, interpolate, I mean print this. Oh, okay, yeah. It definitely doesn't work. Yeah, it works. Perfect. So now we just need to wrap every this. Yeah, just need to wrap it. Interpolate. Actually, you know what? No, let's change it a bit, just to make it easier. We can have double width. Yes, we can say that width is size.width. Okay, and this will be much simpler. Okay, probably I will fast forward it. Okay, yeah, it works. Okay, yeah, so we added the interpolation, and now the animation looks like this. I know it's slow. It's slow mostly because of the opacity and changing the opacity. Well, not a lot we can do about it since, well, we just can't. Okay, so the only thing that's left are the labels, right? I mean the icons. Okay, since I am extremely tired right now, and this video already took 6 hours to make, I will just add icons. What? Oh god, I'm so tired. Okay, we just need to add like end icons. Let's say map slash map. Actually, yeah, let's set map base camp. Okay, map base camp is actually the same as base camp. So we should extract it, but as I said, I am extremely tired right now and I just want to finish it. So I will just take this. I will copy it in the map base camp. Now I will remove map hider. We can say that position, wait, if this is 1, then this is 0, 0, that means that this is not needed. Now we can say, yeah, and the opacity, what we can do here, why, no, it doesn't matter. Okay, so here we just need to pass map animation notifier. We'll have notifier, yes, notifier that value. Okay, and opacity needs to go up, right? So if not, okay, if it's minus, let's say for the last like 1/3, yes. So if you do -2 and then make it like this, at 0 it is 0, then it goes up to 1, right? Although no, okay, let's make it. What? How do I do it? Okay, it goes from minus. Okay, it goes like this. We need to, let's say, subtract 2/3, yes, and we need to say that we multiply it by 1.5. The whole thing. Yeah, so this is basically the same thing we just did, but with the braces, right? It will be 0, 0, 0, and when it comes to 2/3, okay, 2/3 is better. 2/3, then it becomes, it's still 0, but then it goes much faster, and when it's 1/3, then if you multiply it by 3, it goes to 1, right? Yeah, okay, so this is the opacity, child, right, is only 24, map base camp, let's add it to the stack. And hot reload, and it's there, but we have some error. Why is it here? Okay, okay, let's make it, yeah, okay, and I believe it's fine. Okay, we can move it a bit to the left. So instead of this, we can make it like this, so it goes a bit later. So the thing is that map hider, wait, map hider should be, I think, a bit faster. It should get twice that fast. Map.max 0. Yeah, it's better. Okay, so we have base camp and base. Wait. Base camp, map base camp. All right. Now we need to add leopards. Like here. Okay. We'll just copy this. Map leopards. And what we want to do is have this to calculate this 1/3 thing again. Wow, to be honest, we could, yeah, well, we could just like extract it and make it even global. Yeah, okay, and then we can put map leopards top plus 1/3. All right, and width doesn't really matter, right? Okay, I think they can just be on the center. It will be fine. So why not just make it center? Okay, let's just check if it is on the right place. Okay, and now we need to replace this with the small animal icon. Is vulture false, show line false. All right, and is small. Okay, so if show line, then it means it's small. So then we can say this. Show line. If show line, then it's bigger than 16. Else make it 8. Or actually make it 0. The thing is, okay, the thing is that the lower part has really small image, so this looks nice here. Show line 14, else 12. Okay. Yeah, we can move it a bit right and a bit top, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, yeah, we'll move it a bit. Okay, so left. No, we cannot do it left. Okay, let's just make it alignment. 0.1. Oh. 0.5. Oh. It doesn't change. And if we add left, no. Okay, we can just add. We can just add padding here. Okay, and I think this doesn't really matter. Yeah, all right. Okay, I have a notification that my hard drive is almost full, so I need to speed it up. Map vultures, or how do you call it? All right, it will be a bit down, and it will have right 40, and it will not need the padding, and it will be vulture for sure. What did I do? Okay, I just did the swap. It's true. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it as well. I need to add it to the stack. I need to hurry up because I'm so scared that I won't have any space. Okay, we have vultures. We can make it 50. All right, and the last part is start camp. It's on the center. Okay, you know what? Let me just check. Okay, so I have like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. I will do it. Map base camp. Now, map start camp. Now this is the same except it's start camp and the right doesn't matter. Width can be on the center, alignment, center, positioned is start top, I believe. Please add it to the, okay, we need to hurry up. All right, map start camp. We just need to add a little padding. No, let's just make it a bit higher and it's fine. -4. Yeah, and that's it. That's everything. We could add the labels here, but it really doesn't matter right now, yeah? So we can just ignore it. Let's hot restart and see the whole thing. So we have this animation. Oh, whoa, okay. We need to move it like this. Yep. Now we can move up. And now we can click on map. And there we have it. Wow, it was a long journey. I didn't expect it to be that long. Thank you for staying with me. If you really stayed the whole time, I am really impressed. Well, thank you. I hope you liked it. I hope you found something that is useful for you. Please let me know in the comments what did you like, what did you not like, what would you like to see in the future. And yeah, that's it. Be sure to check out my blog, which is this, fidef.io, and see you soon. Bye.